So, I wanted to share with you my story of what happened when I said yes and shouldn't have. Now, we're all guilty of this. We all are guilty of saying yes to things that we shouldn't have, that we know that we just don't have the capacity to commit to. We feel obligated or we feel pressured for whatever reason. And then we take on things that shouldn't be our responsibility, or they shouldn't be our responsibility because we honestly don't have the mental or physical capacity to take them on, but we say yes anyway. And so last week, I actually had two incidents in 1 week where I completely stuffed up because I had said yes to taking responsibility for registering something or applying for something in different situations. And they were not on the top of my list. They were far down my list because I did just say yes, because I felt obligated, or I felt like I could probably do it because I had the skill, but I didn't have the capacity. I didn't have the passion for it. I didn't want to do it. In fact, so much so that I didn't even put it on my to-do list. I didn't put it on any lists. And I missed 2 dates last week to register and apply for something because I didn't even know what the date was, that it was the cutoff, because I hadn't even checked, because it wasn't a priority for me. And I had said yes to doing these things without having all the information and without making it a priority. And so I ended up impacting multiple people because I missed these dates. And I know I tell people all the time, don't say yes to things that aren't on the path to your goals. Don't say yes to things that aren't your passion and your purpose. Don't say yes to things that aren't going to reach your personal goals. And I know that sounds selfish, but this is the reason. Because if you say yes to things that aren't on your path to your personal passion and purpose and goals, then you won't give them the priority that they need, and you'll accidentally let people down or let yourself down, and then you'll beat yourself up over it and you'll feel like crap about it. But this is what happens. And it's not deliberate by anyone. We just reach our capacity. We say yes. We have all good intentions of doing these things, and then they don't get done, and then we feel like crap. We feel terrible for it. So what do we do? Firstly, if you do say yes when you shouldn't have, make sure that you have all the information you need so that you get it done in the time frame you need. So when I had said yes, even though I knew at the time of saying yes I shouldn't have, what I should have done is gone, okay, what do I need to know about this thing? And the top thing was, what date does it have to be done and what is actually involved in this task? So know those things straight away, because then you can make sure at least it's in the back of your mind that they need to get done. Secondly, put it on a list somewhere, a plan, whatever it is that you do to manage yourself and your time. Put it on a list or a plan so that it doesn't get forgotten completely, because it's nowhere in your line of sight. Like you never see it about it. You never see anything, right? Until one day you make up in the middle of the night and you're like, oh, I forgot to do the thing. And you're like, and then it's all too late. So make sure it gets on a plan or a list or a task in your calendar or something like that. And make sure you know straight away any dates that are required and what's actually involved to get the job done. And then even better, don't say yes in the first place. Don't make my mistake, because I let people down. I feel terrible and I can't take it back. I can't change it. There were time frames that were beyond my control, and I had, no amount of negotiating and convincing could change those time frames. Some of them were government time frames. So, just be really careful about what you say yes to. And when you say yes, really try and make sure it's in line with your personal goals, right? Your personal passion and what it is that you want to be doing and achieving, because you're more likely to remember it and you're more likely to get it done. But if you do stuff up like me big time, try not to beat yourself up for too long, because, the world still keeps turning and tomorrow's another day and another mistake to make or another amazing success to have. Either way, not mistake, lesson to have, right? Lesson to make. But either way, take heed from my lesson and look after yourself.